Okay, I admit it. I once made a micro nugget on YouTube entitled Does Windows Defender Suck? And in this micro nugget, I downloaded a bunch of malware. Windows Defender didn't catch it. And then I did like super anti spyware and it caught all the malware. I admit I did this. I'm so sorry. But let me point out, this was many iterations of Windows ago. Well, this is indeed a hands-on lab nugget, so if you're interested in following along with me, just launch the hands-on lab via the main course page. First things first, is Windows Defender running? Well, I really can't tell at a glance because the default Windows image that we have here is not set the way I like to set it at all. I'm going to go down to the taskbar, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to settings of the taskbar. And what I'm going to do in here is scroll down and I'm going to select, let's see, which icons appear on the taskbar. I love to always show all of the icons in the notification area. So now I can see at a glance that Windows Defender is running. It's that little shield icon down there. By the way, we picked up something else with this setting. It's OneDrive. Now, if we want to manipulate the Windows Defender options, in other words, run it, we can do it from this icon. So I can right click, choose option, or double click that icon, and it's going to run. Now notice this is the first time that we've run it, so we see this what's new message. And what's great is that we are getting an improved version of Windows Defender thanks to active communication with cloud services from Microsoft. I won't do anything right now. I'll just close this because I'll show you how to get to those settings an alternate way in a moment. So we're in here inside of Windows Defender and we can see there are three scan options. A quick scan, which is going to check the most frequent areas where we might have malware. A full scan, which would check everything, and then a custom scan where you will literally designate the areas that you want scanned. If we're doing a full scan of all of the files and we are checking for all of our malware when we do that, what types of malware is this product looking for? Well, viruses certainly, worms, Trojans, ransomware, spyware. They're really trying to gather up definitions of all of those nasty things that could occur on your desktop and scorched earth them from the system. Now, this is not going to be that great if it's outdated. So notice there's the Update tab, and we can update the definitions from this tab. Obviously, you need an internet connection, so I'm not going to run through that now. The History tab is going to show you what you have caught for quarantined items, what items that you've gone in and specifically allowed, even though Windows Defender didn't necessarily want you to, and then finally, there's an all detected items area in here. If we choose settings, we're going to go to the Windows Defender settings area, and that's the same area that we would go to if we went down to the Action Center, chose settings, went into update and security, and went into Windows Defender. So notice that real-time protection is turned on. That's great. So it's going to be running as we interact with our system, and also cloud-based protection is turned on, and the suspicious files that are found on our system by default will be sent up to Microsoft. You can also go in and add exclusions, you notice. So you can say, look, I don't want certain files scanned, and you could add those as exclusions here. And you can also control whether or not Windows Defender will send you notifications about the health of your PC. Finally, if you were infected really bad, you might have to come in here and choose Windows Defender offline. What'll happen is your machine will reboot. It will ensure that it is off the internet and it will perform the scan. This is how we would get really pesky malware that can't be properly removed if we have an active internet connection. So these are the settings for Windows Defender, the new and improved version. And again, one of the big improvements is it is getting information from Microsoft to help it be successful. It's also, by the way, working in conjunction with Smart Screen technology. Remember Smart Screen, that database of known websites that are problematic that Microsoft is maintaining? Now, is these settings, are they possibly controlled through group policy? As you might guess, the answer is yes. So if we go into GP Edit, and inside of the group policy editor, you go to computer configuration, and you go into administrative templates, and then you go into Windows components, you're going to find a Windows Defender area. There it is. So there's Windows Defender settings in here we can control, and under the Maps area, we can control those settings like, are we going to be using cloud-based services? Maps stands for Microsoft Active Protection Service. And this is, again, a major improvement in the Windows Defender functionality. Now, you might wonder, is Windows Defender running as a service? And the answer is absolutely it is. So if we go to the Services app and we look inside here for Windows Defender, we'll find it's brought about via two services. There's the Windows Defender Advanced, and let me expand this so I can see the name. Hold on, there we go. Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection Service and Windows Defender Network Inspection Service. So these are the two services that are making this built-in anti-malware software a reality. In this action-packed nugget, we took a look at Windows Defender, and we know that Windows Defender is built-in malware protection from Microsoft that is improved thanks to Microsoft-based cloud services that it can tap into. Your organization may have their own mandatory anti-malware software, and Windows Defender may be eliminated from your environment, but we wanted to take a look at it as it is an exam component, and for many users, like myself, it's the only anti-malware that they run these days. I hope this nugget was informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.